And we are live. Welcome to the channel where we make easy money on easy plays, guys. And if your main objective isn't to make money in the stock market, well, you came to the wrong place, buddy boy. Now, guys, before we kick this thing off, like we usually do, I want to give everybody some time to hit that like button and share the link. I'm just pulling up right now, guys. I'm currently pulling up the live chat on my phone. So give me like 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. A dirty 30. My boy Crypto Drew is in the building. Ryan Mack. The Chaos Corner. KPLT, please and thank you. We see some Ater going down in there, guys. CEIN, OCGN. My boy Mark Hall is in the building, guys. Mark Hall is a part of the TTM family. Rex Big, my boy Devan Manley. Yeah, anytime, Drew, I try to do my best anytime I drop out these videos. Now, guys, we got 17 thumbs up, guys. 35 of us watching so far. Let's run it up. Let's get that thing up to 30 really quickly so we can kick this video off, guys. My Ater gang. I know you guys love that Ater, man. I hope you guys bought that dip yesterday when I mentioned it in the Discord. As far as Ater goes. Hold on, I gotta pull it up again because there we go. Now it's up. Now I'm ready to rock, guys. Phone was lagging. Now, let's dive right in, guys. You know the first stock we're going to have to talk about is CEI, since that is the second trade in our 1K to 100K challenge in less than 15 trades. So, let's dive right in, guys. Let's pull the recent. Looking here, first thing I see, guys, nice movement overall on the day chart. Nothing too fancy to talk about. We really want to look at this day chart. I got to pull up the VWAP really quickly for us. Check out that indicator. Let's look at the key statistics. Pull that up for us, and we ready to rock. Okay, guys, as you can see here, CEI did see some nice movement today. We shot all the way up to $2.29. As you can see here, which is the high, the low being what we opened at. Okay, close to what we opened at. $1.81, guys. The open was $1.82. So with that being said, nice price action on the stock, guys. Now, seeing as though that we didn't cool off on this Friday, guys, Moon Monday is in effect for us this Monday. Now, a lot of people are wondering, am I too late for CEI? Now, guys, you do have to assess risk versus reward. Like I've been telling everybody here on the channel as well as the Discord, CEI is headed towards its 52-week high. So seeing as though that we're basically at $2 right here on the stock, guys, you have a chance of catching 50% gain on the play. Or more, depending on how you trade it, guys. You know how I said I shaved off 20% of my CEI this morning. I was hoping to shave it off at $2 even, but I ended up shaving it off a little bit higher than that. So I'm fine with that. But I am going to leave this 80 in here to ride, guys. Once we hit that $3, once we hit the 52-week high, guys, I'm going to be shaving off 60% and leaving the rest to ride. So with doing that, guys, it does free up some capital for me to jump in the next play. And the 20% that I leave behind is just going to be a back pocket play for me. So once I look back at it 2-3 years down the line, it should show some very good gains. And not only that, guys, I don't hurt my cost average. Okay, I'm not selling it completely and trying to jump back into stock. That really does hurt your cost average, guys. And that is the most important thing when it comes to investing in the stock market, is your cost average. Okay, because once the price gets higher, now you're dealing with multipliers. But let's take a look here at the analysis for CEI. We do see some very high numbers, guys. You know, we tend to watch CEI every day. We look at this order flow distribution every single day. And as you guys can see here, these are some very high numbers. Very, very high. As you can see here, the inflow is 123 with the outflow being 115. Huge numbers on the play today. Now, as you can see here, the medium is outperforming the outflows as well as the small. Now, looking at the outflow, we do see that large outflow, guys. It's expected. It's Friday. CEI has been running up. So I expect those big players in the stock to lock in some gains. Who wouldn't? Now, looking as though that the small outperformed the outflows, that is telling us that this retail investor is willing to pay for the shares of CEI for $2.29 and above. Okay. Now, looking here at the turnover rate, as you can see here, high turnover rate, close to the 300s, guys. That is extremely high, okay? But like I've been telling you guys, people are actually turning it over for a gain. If we look back at the day chart, CEI doesn't have too many bag holders right now, okay? Unless you got caught at that 310 a while back, not too many people did. In fact, people already sold it off for their loss or their gain. And that would tumbled us down towards 60 cents here. But we kept going until 33 cents, guys. You know, we snagged this thing at 47. And it's just been doing very, very good for us. Now, looking here at that range percentage, it is in the range that we want to see moving into a Friday, guys. Now, looking back at the 1 minute chart, as you can see here, we're currently under the VWAP. Our biggest drop, well, our latest drop was $1.93. We did fall under the $2. Okay, but if we close at $2 and above, guys, a very good sign for a Moon Monday. Now, the next stock I'm going to take a look at before the close, guys, because we want to try to identify these stocks on whether it's going to move up for us Monday or not. Let's look at Ater. Now, back to the day chart on Ater, guys. Now, I was encouraging people to average down at yesterday's bottom. Okay, as you can see here, yesterday's bottom was actually $11.20. And I hopped in the Discord and told everyone, hurry up and grab it before it's too late. Now, if you would have grabbed that dip, or if it was your buy-in at the dip, we just got to super chat. No mean to cut that off or nothing, guys. Super chat just came from my boy Lewis. Lewis NG just sent us a super chat. How's it going? It's going really good, Lewis. You tell me, man. Reaping the benefits in the stock market, so we know it's going very, very good. Collective Gaming, my PlayStation guy, wants to talk about VOD and Vrdn. I got you, Collective Gaming. Now, let me just finish this ATER really quickly. Now, as you can see here, if you would have bought that bottom, guys, you would have had an opportunity to sell it at today's high, $13.50, if you are a day trader. Now, guys, seeing how Ater may be making that cup and a handle, okay? And if we're forming that handle, guys, expect this handle to go past the 1910. And when it does that, guys, expect to cool down around the levels around $23. Okay, I'm going to be locking in some gains at $20 even. Okay, now, what really happened yesterday with Ater, guys, Ater did come to an agreement to drop their debt. They actually paid off some debt with their shares. A very good corporate move, guys. One of the best corporate moves I saw in a long time. And we just closed on today's trading. Let's see what we did here in Ater. As you can see here, hold on. Closing above the VWAP. Okay, we're currently seeing a little small 0.5% loss. That isn't anything, okay? Nothing to worry about, guys. Never fear. Wallstreetbets is here. All right, now, just some volatile movement. Do not panic on that, guys. It's Friday. What you expect on a Friday? You know, people are trying to lock in those gains. Let's just see where this candle takes us. I'm betting that we won't feel it. I'm betting we will not close it with a full candle. Something we don't want to see. Full candle drop like that, guys. Okay, we didn't feel it, and we're seeing a green one. So that's some good news, man. Now, my boy Collective Gaming wants to speak on VOD, guys. Is that a ticker? Is it, do you VOD? Is AND a ticker, or are you just saying VOD and VRND? Let me know, Collective Gaming. Is those 3 tickers or 2 tickers? Now, this stock has saw a huge drop. Not too huge if you look at the percent side, but looking at how it dropped in the pre-market and traded along the VWAP, some stagnant movement going on here. Looking here at that, shares outstanding, guys, is 2.76 billion. A lot of shares is in this free float. A little bit too many shares for my liking. All right, let's take a look here at the analysis. We do see a very, very tight range of analyst price targets. Okay, one being $25.90 as the high, the average being $25.65, the low being $25.40. With that being said, the analyst is firm on that $25 price target. Let's take a look here at large scale orders in the last 5 days, the 4 days before this. Didn't see any movement whatsoever. But looking here at the medium, the outflow did outperform it, as well as the small. Even though that this large scale order did come about, guys, it just wasn't enough. Okay, it just wasn't enough. We were already down soon the market opened. Okay, so that large scale was already being shot. So looking here, guys, the inflow was going to take, it was going to be, these numbers was going to have to be much, much greater for this thing to pick up. Now, as you can see here, trading along the VWAP is a very good sign. I like that low turnover rate, but with today's trading, that low turnover rate is expected and a low range rate. Now, the way this stock is trading on this daily chart, it's in a overall downtrend. As you can see, we do see some green days, but if we look at the overall from the beginning of this month, guys, this thing is in a downtrend. Now, seeing as though that we're in a downtrend, low turnover rate, guys, this stock can turn around here pretty soon. We just can't call it just yet, though, guys. We're going to see some more stagnant trading here along between $15 and $16 is where this thing is going to be trading for some time. And with that being said, guys, the next stock we're going to take a look at here is Vrdn. Okay, Vrdn is seeing a uptrend on the day chart. Let's take a look here at the 1 minute, see what went on today. This thing saw some huge buying pressure, guys. Very spotty trading, low volume. As you can see here, the average is only 171.78 thousand, with today's volume coming in at 223,000. But we're looking here at the analyst recommendation rating. They rate this thing a strong buy, guys. 80% of the 5 analysts rated a strong buy. So 4 out of 5. If we look here at the order flow distribution, as you can see here, we do see some buying pressure on the stock, except for the large scale. But that thing is so tight, it's nothing to worry about. But if you look at the small as well as the medium, guys, we see buying pressure on the stock. Now, if we go back to this analyst rating and we look here at the support and resistance line we see here, Amanda did send us a super chat. Amanda wants to talk about BBIG and XELA. Thanks a lot for that super chat, Amanda. It really does go a long way, and it does show you guys appreciate what I am doing. So thanks a lot, Amanda. You rock. Okay, looking here at the support and resistance, guys, it is starting to get close, and when it gets close, guys, the stock is either going to make or break. So we see it broke. It broke down through the support, but we bounced back up, and now we broke the resistance here. So very volatile stock. Looking here, though, guys, trading along the VWAP. We're currently closed under it, guys, so it's a very good chance we might see some selling pressure on the stock during the aftermarket hours. One thing I like about this stock is that turnover rate, and it's low volume, but it is in a uptrend. So this thing is preparing itself for a big run, and we're talking at least 30-40% coming here pretty soon. The only thing it is missing is the volume, guys. So once this thing see a volume of like 5 million in a day, guys, this is going to be one of the top trenders in the stock market. Okay, so let me check out Amanda want to talk about BBIG really quickly, guys. BBIG. I'm going to take a look at BBIG. Let's take a look here at the day chart. BBIG is another stock that's in a overall downtrend, guys, from the beginning of this month. As you can see here, since that high $12.49, we came barreling down on today's low being $5.63. Okay, so looking at that, we're in an overall downtrend. We have to look here at this turnover rate, which is 44.13%. So a lot of people from the 27th on back, guys, is actually trading for a gain right now. Now, we just got another super chat from Poland. We got people watching from Poland, guys. That is awesome. That is very far from us, man. And they want to talk about Naked, NAKD, your best analysis for next week. Thanks. I got you on that. Just stick around. I will get to Naked here very shortly. We just have XELA after BBIG, and we will be talking about Naked. Thanks a lot for that super chat. It really does go a long way. And like I said, guys, it does show the appreciation that you guys have for me for all the hard work I put in on the YouTube channel as well as the Discord, guys. So thanks a lot for that. Now, looking here though, guys, a lot of people, some people did trade, is giving up on BBIG. As you can see here, they actually hopped out before they even started to take a loss here because we're approaching those levels. Now, looking here though at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, guys, we do see slight buying pressure on the overall numbers, which is really being held up by the small. But as you can see here, guys, the large scale was outpaced by the outflow, as well as the medium outpaced the inflows slightly, but not too much. And the small, guys, as you can see here, the small does so have some buying pressure. So that is what really kept us above water today. Now, if it wasn't for that small, guys, this stock could have seen levels around $5.80 today. So shout out to the retail investor that is actually buying the dip here in BBIG. They believe that this thing is going to springboard. And if you ask me, guys, I think we're going to see some sideways trading from here. We're going to see some sideways trading. BBIG is either going to be building selling pressure or buying pressure moving forward. And my best guess, it most likely will be some buying pressure, guys. BBIG is going to wake up here pretty soon. As you can see here, the estimated borrow fee is 31.05%. Not too high, but it isn't a sleeper, guys. This thing can rise up pretty quickly depending on the buying pressure that we see here Monday. MJ 5 times just sent us a super chat, guys. Shout out to you, MJ. Says, I can't join the Discord. Issue with the phone verification. Support people are zero help. Thoughts. Ater was a great call. Thanks. Next big moonshot. Actually, our next big moonshot, guys. I mean, we call it CEI, but we got something in store bigger than CEI, guys. So I know you guys are going to be excited for the third trade. In fact, the third trade is going to make CEI look like it was sold for a loss. That's how big this third trade is going to be, guys. I'm just doing my homework on it. And I just want to make sure everything is lined up for that third trade. Now, as far as BBIG go, like I said, BBIG is going to build up some selling or buying pressure here moving forward. I think we're going to see some stagnant trading up until Wednesday. And this thing is going to make or break by Thursday, guys. Now, the next stock Amanda wants to talk about, and that is XELA. Now, looking here at XELA, guys, we're seeing this stock as well is looking as though we might see some sideways trading moving forward. As you can see here, we closed here at $2 even, currently sitting at $2 even in the aftermarket hours. But if we take a look here at the 1 minute chart, as you can see here, not too much crazy movement going on here in Ater, guys. Not Ater, but XELA. I am all over the place. Sorry about that. Not too much crazy movement, but we do see this thing seeing a loss of 6.54%. Just some downwards trading throughout the whole day. It wasn't all over the place, up, down, guys. So looking here though, seeing the bottom on today's trading being $1.97, with the high being $1.10, guys. Looking here at XELA, I do believe XELA can see levels around $1.80. I wouldn't buy it just yet. I will hold off on XELA. If we look here at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, as you can see here, this thing has just been pushed down by the large scale orders in the last 5 days. We see selling pressure on the large scale order day after day after day here in XELA. But if we look here at the medium, it did outperform the inflows. Okay, so 2 big levels outperformed the inflows. Looking here at that small scale though, we do see some outflow we do see some large scale inflow surpassing the outflow, but not by much, guys. So overall, XELA is seeing some selling pressure, guys. Anyone that is eyeing the stock, I wouldn't jump on it just yet, guys. I would let this thing show us signs of the buying or selling pressure. All right, now guys, we have 90 thumbs up. We have 143 people watching. I know at least 20 of you guys forgot to hit that thumbs up on your way in, guys. So flood that like button, please. It really does help the channel get recommended more to other viewers. Thus the channel grows, thus TTM grows, guys, and the family grows. So that being said, don't forget to hit that like button. Now, our friends from Poland wants to talk about Naked. Get naked. Naked brand, guys. Taking a look here at Naked brands, we do see a 15.04% gain on the trading. Naked is currently under $1, which is concerning to me, guys. Let's take a look here at the analysis really quick. Naked is on the NASDAQ, so they might have to come in compliance, or we might be seeing a reverse stock split here pretty soon. But looking here at the large scale orders, guys, we do see some buying pressure on it. We do see buying pressure on the medium, and we do see buying pressure on the small. All 3 levels did outperform the outflow, hence the 15% gain. But as you can see here, turnover was close to 30%. 29.99, so basically 30%, with the range being close to half of that. This thing traded well today, the type of trading we like to see. 271 million shares was moved around today, with the average being 33.24 million. Okay, so huge on the volume today. But if we look here at, let's check out the 1-day chart for Naked. Here at Naked's 1-day chart, huge spike from that barrel down. As you can see here, Naked did hit a bottom of 53 cents, and since then it has been in an uptrend, with today's high being very, very nice, 75 cents. So guys, one thing I can say about Naked brand, I do not look at this as a investment. In fact, guys, if you ask me, this is a trade. Okay, get in, get out, take your gains and walk away, due to the fact that this thing can come down in price very fast. I do not see any good fundamentals or a nice outlook on this company, guys. Okay, I would just use it for a quick flip, a day trade here and now. But today was a very good day to be in Naked, guys. If we take a look here at the estimated borrow fee, which isn't too much of anything, it's only 9.20%, not too high whatsoever, guys. So the shorts will be hanging on to those shares, most definitely, because they're not paying that much right now. Now, the next stock we talking about here, due to the super chat, guys, it's from my boy MJ 5 times. I think he wants, no, he just said Ater was a good call. Let's take another look here at, let's take a look here at OCG. Now, OCGN did see a reversal from today. As you can see here, today's high was $8.08. Okay, which was very good to see that happen in OCGN, but it did reverse towards the end of the day. If we look here at the 1 minute chart, not too bad. We only lost 1.05%, and we're currently got that back during the aftermarket hours. So we basically traded sideways if you look at it. But as you can see here, we hit that high $8.08, guys, bounced off the VWAP and continued to see some uptrending go, but until these institutional pullouts came on us, guys. 2 institutional pullouts, which caused some selling pressure on the stock, which barreled us down. As you can see there, guys, these 2 institutional pullouts will take the stock down with it. Okay, so basically, institutions saw a decent amount of gain to walk away with today's movement, and that is what they did, guys. Can't blame them. You just got to join them. You got to know when to buy and when to sell, especially in these trade stocks. OCGN isn't a investment, if you ask me, guys. It's a trade. Okay. Now, the next stock I want to talk to you guys. Let's check out this order flow distribution really quickly before we move on. Order flow is showing us some buying pressure, guys, on the medium and small scale. We did get outperformed by the outflow by a lot today. As you can see, we didn't have any movement whatsoever in the inflow compared to the outflow. So it was just very devastating for us, guys. That is the institutional investor pullout. As you can see there, that is the pullout. Now, that pullout did cause us to see some selling pressure on. That's when the small and medium started to pick up, because people got in a panic and started to sell. I mean, it's the weekend, guys. What more do you expect? Okay, now if you guys want your ticker spoken about in a faster way, guys, all you have to do is send a super chat, and it pops across the screen, so I will see it. We just got a super chat from Market Ninja. Market Ninja, is it any ticker you would like to talk about? XOS. Market Ninja wants to talk about XOS. This is what we call a. Let me check out the news. See, it's the reason why this happened today. Battery review. I'm gonna see that day chart. Did we see an uptrend yesterday? No, we didn't. I wouldn't call that bad news though. So really, guys, this was a commercial EV statement. Yeah, so the merger is already complete. Let's check out the order flow distribution on XOS. We do see this price target, a very high price target for this stock. As you can see here, the low is 15, guys, with the average being 17.33 and the high being $22 even. Now, seeing that, we look over to the left, we see what they actually rated this thing: 25% hold, 50% buy, 25% strong buy, with an overall rating of a buy. Now, let's skip to this order flow distribution to see what really went on. Let's pull up these key statistics for today. Now, one thing about XOS, guys, the free float compared to the shares outstanding is phenomenal. It's in our favor. Not only that, guys, the buying and selling in this stock is magnified, okay? If you look at that ratio, you would know why. Now, looking there at that low turnover rate, guys, we didn't see any type of order flow distribution here throughout the last 5 days. We didn't see any large scale movement at all, but we do see some buying pressure on the stock on the medium scale and selling pressure on the small. Now, that's the retail investor actually saying, you know what, it's time to exit. But if we look here, this thing started to see some downtrending in the pre-market already, as well as the aftermarket, guys. So with that being said, those numbers aren't accounted for in the order flow distribution chart. But as you can see here, the volume was quite high on today's trading, which can very well be most of the retail investor movement. As you can see here, we didn't see any large scale movement whatsoever. So we can call this a sell off, guys. Today was a sell off for XOS. Now my boy wants to talk about, let's look at CEI really quickly and see what's going on with this weekend movement. Okay, we're starting to see some buying going on in the aftermarket hours, guys. Very, very good to see that. Like I was telling you guys, we're going to see a Moon Monday here in CEI. So I hope you guys didn't sell your position. It's cool to lock in some gains so you can use some of that spare capital for a side trade, or a dip might come about in another play that you're in, and you can use that money to average down. That's why it's very important to lock in some gains, guys. It's very, very important. Now, looking here at the volume was very, very high. As you can see here, guys, close to 5 times its average, okay? Anytime we see numbers like that, we know it was going to be a good day here in CEI. Very good day. But looking here in the aftermarket hours, it is looking good. Let's take another look here at Ater, guys. Ater is seeing a slight selling going on here. It's only down 2.16%. Nothing to panic about. Now, we see a price raise here for Ater. As you can see here, 7 hours ago, they did raise the price here. Raised to $12 from $5.50. So, guys, Ater is in a good position, guys. If you go back to the day chart, this cup and handle, we're already above that analyst price target, though, but he changed it from $5.50 all the way to 12, guys. I don't know why he didn't put it higher than 12. Analyst isn't always right, but if we look here, guys, we're starting to form that handle, guys. It is looking as though we might be forming that handle. We just got another super chat from James. James wants to talk about any CRVS as well as BBIG. Okay, we will get on that as soon as possible, James. So, with that being said, guys, another super chat just came through, guys. SXM Son, as well as from Lewis. Lewis sent us another one again. WRLK. When you get a chance, please. I got you, Lewis. Thanks for that super chat. It really does mean a lot. SXM Son just sent us a super chat as well. They want to talk about View. Did a really good job with $6 support. I had to raise my limit, but do you think GOED and ACHV, what do you think of those stocks? Okay, you say you like GOED, so we're going to get to that here very shortly. Okay, so let's knock out James's request, guys. He wants to talk about any stock. Again, James, thanks for that super chat. It really does help. Okay, now looking here at any stock. Any is seeing that pattern we spoke about, guys. Now, if any decides to go under $5.73, that will be the loading price. Okay. Now, with that, though, guys, you do want to leave some room, though, because any can fall down even further. We just want to secure a seat if it bounces, okay? As you can see here, guys, key statistics, any was under volume today. Heavily under volume, okay? More than half its average value, guys. That is something to be concerned about, especially on a red day. But looking here at that turnover rate, it is okay, guys. And like I told you guys before, any is a investment. It's not a trade, guys. So don't expect this thing to shoot up 200–300% in one day and give out. Okay, we want to see any move slowly. but surely. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look here at the analysis for today. As you can see here, guys, we do see some selling pressure on that large scale, selling pressure on that medium scale, but we see buying coming from the retail investor. Why? Because the retail investor is knowing that the retail investor just want to grab the dip, guys. Even though that it's Friday, a lot of people are aware that any is going to be announcing that 60K mining rigs any day now, okay? So once that gets announced that they're starting to put them in place for use, any is going to pick up, because as of right now, guys, any isn't mining anything right now. Okay, so Bitcoin did shoot down in price though. So we expected for this to happen to a lot of few other stocks that is a Bitcoin related stock. So do not fear that, guys. You want to catch any at the bottom. So with that being said, if you are bag holding any, guys, I will put it in the back pocket for now. Isn't the time to be loading up just yet. So looking at those key indicators, if we take a look here at the 1-minute chart for today though, this thing closed under the VWAP. We're currently seeing a sideways aftermarket, nothing too major. But if we take a look here at today's trading, as you can see here, we did see a high, $6.25, but we closed our low. Well, we closed higher than the low, so that's a good thing. But like I was telling you guys, any is an investment. Do not jump on it just yet. I know that face from the Discord. IMKS97K, and can you please talk about MRIN? IMKS is a TTM family member, guys. Shout out to them. Okay, shout out to you, IMKS. I know that face from anywhere, man. That's a Discord face. I know a Discord face when I see one. Thanks for that super chat. It really does help. Goes a long way. It shows that you guys really appreciate what I do. Now, the next topic we're going to talk about for my boy James. My boy James, guys. James want to talk about CRVS. I will not forget anyone's super chat. Remember, guys, these things stay plastered across the thing. So, can't forget them. Cannot forget them. My boy Drew Peterson. Drew don't never miss a beat. Drew comes all the way from Canada, guys, and he makes sure his presence is known, guys. Shout out to you, Drew. It's crazy, Drew. I mean, it's like, hold on. I think it's like 3 people already asked for the same ticker. Okay, but you and IMKS wants to talk about MRIN, huh? Okay, so we're going to knock 2 birds in 1 stone out on that one. But let's finish our boy James. Okay, James, we're currently looking at this CRVS. James, if you don't mind, are you already in the stock? Because that'll give me more of an insight on what you should do personally. But as you can see here, this thing is in an uptrend. Now we're cooling off. It's in a simple cool off right now, okay? It may find its way in a swing cycle, but right now, guys, this thing isn't in a swing cycle. Now, if we would have saw this thing shoot up on the 23rd, then we could have called this a swing cycle, and we could have found the day trading soft spot for this thing. But currently, it's just looking like a cool down. Now, we can't call this a sell-off because that turnover rate is too low, as well as that range rate. But let's take a look here at the analysis for today really quickly. Let's pull up this 1-minute chart and do it all in one. Large scale orders in the last 5 days. Now, let's go back to the 1-day chart because I want you guys to realize how important these large scale orders is. As you can see here, the large scale orders does matter a lot, guys, a very lot. If you look here on the 20th, this thing shot up. The 21st, it shot up. But on the 22nd, we did see a large scale order come in the stock. The difference, what happened with that, guys, was it was a lot of outflow that pre-market. Okay, it was a whole bunch of outflow on the pre-market. So that large scale order didn't have enough fight in it to push the stock up on that day because the large scale orders was just coming in left and right, far as the outflow on that on the 22nd. Okay, so but looking here though, when the thing starts dying down, guys, we're gonna see this thing moving sideways, but slowly coming down in a sideways motion. That is something we do like to see on a cool down. We don't want this thing to cool all the way down back to $5.32. So that being said, the cool off is looking good. But if you look here at the order flow distribution as a whole, we do see buying pressure on the small, medium, except not the small, but the large, medium, except the small. Retail investors cashed in some of that money today, guys. Because if you look at it, a lot of people been up. A lot of people are up, if you think about it, guys. Because if anybody, it's been a long time since the stock was around those levels, guys. So a lot of people been cashing in gains, especially on the way down. People are worried. People do not want to be caught holding the bag, especially when they was just up. We just got another super chat from Adam Woodworth, as well as Eric. Shout out to you, Eric. You always drop in and drop out. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I know a lot of people are dropping the same ticker. Now, we're going to talk about BBIG really quickly, James. We got to get my boy James. James didn't hear we spoke about it first time. But yeah, though, James, overall, man, checking this out. BBIG is going to be trading sideways, of course, here pretty soon. And once BBIG sets its foot on that sideways trading, it is going to be either cooking buying pressure or cooking selling pressure, okay? Now, if this thing trades sideways, it can shoot down in price, guys. We can see a sell-off due to that sideways trading, okay? Now, one thing that shorts hate in any stock is sideways trading, okay? So that is one reason. When we see a estimated borrow fee over 10% and the stock starts to trade sideways, guys, that is why I feel as though that it's going to break through rather than breaking down, due to the fact that the shorts are more likely to cover those calls because they can't leverage any more shares at a higher price to scale it down and cover for some of their losses. They hate sideways trading. In fact, more often than not, they buy back the shares when it's trading sideways for a nice amount of time, rather than buying them back at a higher price or just closing out their position at a higher price due to the fact that they don't want to take that loss. Okay, but like I was saying, BBIG is going to trade sideways, and I do believe it's going to break through. So if you're caught up at the high part, guys, let's not average down just yet. Let's see what Monday brings us. Okay, if we see buying pressure in that pre-market, if we see this thing jump up to, let's say 680 in the pre-market, that is when you want, that is a good sign that it's fueled up and ready to go. That's when you want to average down, because BBIG isn't a investment, in my opinion. It is more of a trade. So we have to play it like a trade, guys. Now we're on to SXM Sun, guys. SXM Sun wants to talk about, what do you think of GOED and ACHV? Okay, let's take a look at these tickers really quickly. $18.47 was a good year, guys. That was the year that I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about 1847. But looking here though, guys, seeing as though this thing has been trading under VWAP most of the afternoon, a little bit of the morning, let's see if we see some institutional drop-offs. Yes, we do. Let's take a look here at the order flow really quickly. Now, even though that we see some institutional drop-offs, we do see more institutions buying into the stock today. And with more of them buying in the stock today, and that is what really saved the day, because if you look here closely, guys, that outflow was just heavy on the small scale. Medium was a tight battle, though. But if we look here at this 1 minute chart, guys, you can really see the volatile movement that's going on, because we did shoot all the way to $3.56 briefly, and then we just shot all the way down to $3.31. So another super chat just came through from Canada. We have a lot of people watching from Canada, guys. Okay, so, and they want to talk about OPK. Shout out to you for that super chat. Rhea has sent us a super chat, guys. Shout out to Rhea. That really does help us here on the channel. Checking out these thumbs up, guys. I know for a fact it is more people in this chat that forgot to hit that thumbs up. So let's push this thing to 160, guys. Currently sitting at 145. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Okay, so the next stock we got to run down on, guys, is GOED. As you can see here, this thing was trading a little under the VWAP most of the afternoon, guys, and we do see the turnover rate being 5.26%, with that range being very, very close, guys. That's something good we like to see. But if we look here at the support and resistance line, guys, this is more likely than not that we're going to break through the support and see some more downtrend. Okay, looking here at the stock, it looks as though we might be breaking that support here pretty soon and come back down to levels towards $2.78. More likely than not. Order flow distribution is telling us one thing, that the large scale is surpassing the inflow, as well as the medium, except that small, guys. So we see some buying pressure on it overall, as far as the overall number. But if we take a look here at the 1 minute and look at this pre-market really quickly, as you can see here, some of the selling pressure that we do not see in the order flow distribution isn't accounted for, okay? Isn't accounted for. So that is why that large scale is looking a little bit bigger during the trading day. I mean, it's bigger during the trading day. The inflow is bigger during the trading day, but overall it isn't. Okay, so we do have to take that into consideration. So with that being said, guys, I wouldn't touch this stock just yet. Give it some time. Give it some time. SXM Mom, give it some time, all right? Now, that's for anyone that isn't in the stock. I mean, if you're in this thing and you're holding at a gain right now, I would cash in some of those gains. For instance, if you in at $2.32, it's time to be locking in some of those gains, guys, especially knowing that this thing is about to come down. All right, and the next stock, SXM Mom wants to talk about is ACHV. ACHV is looking as though that was the same type of chart we just saw here. But looking here at the day chart, nice movement on this puppy on the 22nd. Not too many shares. This is a low volume stock. As you can see here, only 190.3 thousand shares on average on the daily. Okay, but today we came in at 383.46 thousand shares in volume. But if we look back at this order flow distribution, I want to take a look here at the analyst price target, because that thing is outrageous. Outrageous, guys. As you can see here, the analyst price target, the high is $80. The average is 36.71, with that low being $20. So just by looking at what the analysts believe, guys, this thing does have some room to run if we look at their standpoint. Now, let's take a look here at the order flow distribution. As you can see here, the order flow distribution is telling us one thing, overall buying pressure with the medium as well as the small surpassing the outflow overall on the numbers. But if you look at that large scale, guys, that thing was very big, close to double. The inflow is large. Now, that matters a whole lot. In fact, if those numbers could have met even today, this stock would have ran up just off the medium buying alone, the big fishes, the big retail investors buying alone. Take another look here at the 1 minute, guys. On a very low volume trading day, as you can see here, hit the high $9.75, and today's low being $8.76, which was basically where we started trading in the beginning of the day. This thing was just on an uptrend throughout the whole day, but with it being low, a low volume stock, guys, don't expect this thing to go up 20-30% just off of 383.46 shares being moved around. That would have to be totally 100% buying for us to see something like that. Okay, now my suggestion on this stock, guys, let's go back to the day chart. We're going to see a cool down here. As long as this thing don't reach $7.47, you are good. And I don't think it will see a reverse like that. It is moving up in the right direction. We do see a low estimated borrow fee. Okay, now if we want to take a look here and look at the not institutional holdings, but we want to look at the short interest here. High short interest. Okay, very high short interest here in the stock, which can cause a lot of retail investors to flock to it, because we know right now that is the trend. Now, for my boy Lewis wants to talk about RWLK. RWLK is in what we call a swing cycle. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, this stock is going to give opportunities to buy at a low and sell at a high every single day. Okay, if you can understand the swing cycle, guys, you will be able to buy on this red day and sell on the next green day, which can be either Monday or Tuesday, guys. Now, if you buy it today, I suggest you not go all in, especially if you're a swing trader. You don't want to go all in because it's a good chance that Monday it can dip even further. Now, if it dips around levels around $1.71, expect this thing to springboard, guys. We should see levels around $2.50 the next following day. So if this thing dips to $1.70 on Monday, expect to see levels around $2.50 on Tuesday. Okay, this thing is in the swing cycle. So with that being said, guys, play this thing like a trade and not an investment right now, because the numbers that we are seeing bounce off the board gives us great opportunities to, like I say, buy at a low and sell at a high each and every day here. Okay, now the next stock. Hold on. Let's check out this order flow distribution really quick. Low. Yeah, the order flow distribution is showing us some overall selling pressure. If we look at these numbers, large scale was massive, medium scale was massive, and it did outperform the inflows small. So we see selling pressure across the board on this thing. We dropped 7.37% on the trading day. Very high turnover, guys. People were actually selling, like I was telling you. Like I was saying, guys, people actually did sell for some gains today. It's in the swing cycle. Expect this thing to see high turnover rates each and every day until we find out the medium on the stock. Okay, now the next stock I want to talk to you guys about is MRIN. Drew, we're going to tie this one together with yours, since you and IMKS wants to talk about MRIN. Okay, looking at MRIN, guys, man, we're going to, this is nice buying pressure on the stock. Let's see here. We see 145 million shares being moved around on the 22nd, 23rd. We saw 18 million, so it was quite under volume compared to the day before. But if we look here at the 24th, as you can see here, guys, this thing is showing us huge volume compared to the average. Now, if we look here at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, we do see some buying pressure on that large scale, a huge amount of buying pressure on that large scale compared to the outflow. But if we look at these other two numbers, guys, buying pressure. So all three levels is showing us buying pressure, huge amounts of buying pressure compared to the outflow. And I strongly suggest to anyone that is in this stock, do not sell it just yet, because this stock is headed towards $15. It's going to hit $15 faster than you think. I know we see a huge gap here, guys, but the way that this stock is trading, it's a very good possibility that we will see at close to 50% gain from where the stock is now. So do not take this thing lightly. But if you jump on this thing, like I always tell you guys, 10% is your initial buy-in on any stock that is in a uptrend, okay? Due to the fact that if it goes down, you have room to average down, guys. Do not sell it too early, okay? Looking here at the estimated borrow fee, though, 58.65%. Now, with these volatile days, expect these hedge funds to actually be borrowing shares at the top and trying to return them at the bottom of the day. They can do that, but lately they have been moving this thing. Let's check the not institutional holding, short interest here. Lately they have been taking 1 day here, guys. So they have been able to buy it at the high, borrow it at the high, and return it at the low at the end of the day due to this swing cycle, guys. Now, the next stock I want to talk to you guys about is ENSC, guys. My boy Drew wants to talk about ENSC. That's CEI. What to my surprise? ENSC. I don't even know how we got to that. Now, guys, looking here at this chart, as you can see here, the day chart, this thing is in an overall uptrend. As you can see here, huge candles here. 48.12% on gain on the 21st. 22nd, we saw a loss. Okay, I mean, we opened here at $3.90 and we closed at, no, that isn't correct, guys. This is the one candle I was looking at. As you can see here, guys, we opened here at $4.12 and we closed here at $4.69. In today's movement, as you can see here, the high was $5.17, guys. Okay, with the low being $4.20. So we see some volatility going on here in the stock. But if you look here at the turnover rate, it's 9.71%, with the range being 20.68%, which is ideal. We're looking here at the order flow distribution, guys. The large scale orders is in our favor. Okay, if you add these things up, the outflow couldn't even come near it. But if we look here at the small guys, that lets us know the retail investor did cash in gains on this Friday, but that is okay. That medium scale was looking in the favor of the inflow by a lot. Okay, so with that being said, guys, this stock here, by it being in this uptrend, like you guys know, 10% is your initial buy-in. I'm pretty sure that this thing will see some gain Monday, guys. Now, I'm predicting somewhere between 5 and 8% at the end of the trading day. Man, bro. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something. Someone came to the door really quickly. Amazon guy. Looking here though, guys, as you can see, like I was saying here in ENSC, the stock is actually should see a good day tomorrow. Monday, guys. This stock should see some uptrending coming in here tomorrow. For sure, guys, for sure, due to the fact that if you look here at the type of price actions we see here going on, if you look here at the 1 minute chart, as you can see here, we're currently above the VWAP, not much, but we closed under it. But if we look here back at the order flow distribution, guys, that large scale is telling us something. That large scale is telling us that this stock is ready to make a bull run. I mean, a fat one. This thing isn't done running, guys. So, like I was saying, 10% is your initial buy-in. Do not play it too tough. Now, Drew wants to talk about GOEV. GOEV, guys. GOEV did see some nice buying going on the stock throughout the whole day. As you can see here, this thing has been in an overall uptrend. Okay, guys. Even in the aftermarket, guys, this thing continued to see some uptrending, hitting a high $9.45. We're currently sitting at $9. Even so, with that being said, a lot of people did cash in at that top. I don't believe this aftermarket will close green, though, guys. Now, if we take a look here at the analysis, order flow distribution, as you can see here, the large scale orders in the last 4 days isn't any movement whatsoever. Okay, but if we look here at the inflow, It is showing buying pressure on the medium as well as the small, and they both outperformed the outflow by a decent amount, guys. Okay, so expect Monday to see a sideways day here. I don't believe we will see a green day, because if we take a look here at the day chart on this puppy, this thing is just in too much of a rocket lift off, guys. This is too much of a launch. Okay, so expect to see some retraction going on tomorrow. Well, Monday. I keep saying tomorrow, guys. Monday. Expect this thing to come back down in price Monday. Now, if you're not in the stock, you want to grab Monday's dip, so you can count your chips here, guys. This type of stock is a trade, but I will grab that dip faster than the guy hosting the Super Bowl party, due to the fact that this thing is going to rebound right off of that dip. Only concern I have here, though, guys, is those large-scale orders need to pop back up in our favor. We really need to see those large-scale orders pick up here in GOEV. Now, the next stock we're going to talk about from my boy Adam Woodworth. Adam Woodworth wanted to talk about ARQQ and IronNet. I can't believe you guys are still holding on to these trades like that, man. Cool off. This looks like, before I get over myself, only two. Let me check out the news. Okay, that's good news. We don't see any bad news that pushed this thing down yesterday and the day before, so it wasn't nothing but retail investors cashing in, aka a sell-off. Not too much of a concerning sell-off, because if you look at this day chart, of course people is going to lock in gains on any chart that's looking like that, because back to this day chart, guys, this didn't build any support levels on its way up. Okay, we see some support around this level, okay, around $14.95, but shooting all the way up to $41.52, guys. Wasn't any support built on that ride up, so this was expected to happen. Okay, now looking here at the turnover rate, only 1.23% on this 13.43 decline in price. That range percent is quite high, very, very high. Back to the order flow, back to the order flow, back to the order flow, guys. We don't see any movement whatsoever on today's trading. We see some buying pressure on the medium, and we see some buying pressure on the small. Now, don't get it mistaken, guys. The reason why we see more buying pressure during the day, gotta zoom out, is because we saw selling pressure on this puppy. A lot of selling pressure throughout the trading day. And the reason why we see more buying pressure, because we spiked all the way up to $30. Okay, we closed that. We saw a low, and look at this right here, guys. Just a huge landslide from the institutions, guys. This institutional pullout. You know for a fact, man, wasn't no retail investors just selling off the stock completely all at this time. Come on, man. We know when institutions started this. Look at the pullout. Look at the pullout, which panicked a lot of people. Anytime a stock drops 3.52% in 1 minute, back to back, 4 here and 3 here. So this thing dropped 7% in 3 minutes. That will cause a retail investor to question himself. Wait a minute. Am I in the right trade? I mean, wait a minute. Is it time to cash in some of these gains? I'm still up a little bit. I might as well cash in now before I take this L. That goes on in a lot of people's mind, guys, which cause selling pressure on the stock overall. I mean, they're not doing it on purpose. That's just a result of them locking in gains or pulling out. That's just their result. They're not actually meaning to do that, guys. That's not their whole goal. Their whole goal is just to lock in gains, and the result of that is what we see here. But moving forward, like I was saying, back to the day chart, this stock is cooling down. Okay, so we're already recovering in the aftermarket hours. So if you didn't buy today dip, it was crazy you didn't do that, guys, because like I've said, man, on a cool down like this, guys, you should have averaged down on this day, not too much. Save some of that buying power to average down on the 24th. Now, another super chat came from my boy Ryan Mack. Ryan from Canada too. Didn't know that, Ryan. Hive, please. Thank you. You the man. Have a safe flight today. Yeah, guys, in case you guys do not know, I might not have any time to drop that rundown video today. If I do drop it, it will be very, very late. I'm talking about closer towards the aftermarket hours due to the fact that I do have a flight that I'm going to be taking that's going to be taking me to Chicago, guys. So with that being said, we're going to try to get as much done in this rundown as possible. We're not going to be running it as long as yesterday's. Okay, yesterday we had very, very good fun, guys. We actually hit 200 viewers in the live stream, something we never saw, guys. We had a mini celebration on that. And with that being said, though, guys, if you love these live streams and you want to continue to do these Monday through Friday, throw them chairs up, throw a seat up, in the live chat. You guys see the seat? Throw one of those seats up. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, guys. We checked out my boys Adam, ARQQ. Now my boy want to talk about IronNet. Okay, Adam. IronNet. Okay, IronNet is in a downtrend as well. But one thing about IronNet, guys, each and every day, if you look at these things right here, man. You get a great opportunity to buy at highs and sell at lows if you hold the stock long enough. I said that wrong. Buy at lows and sell at highs, okay? This is becoming a swing trade. Okay. Seeing as though we hit that 47.50 and we're currently sitting at 25.76. We do see an 8.23% gain, but let's see who really wanted to push the stock today. Whoa, we see huge amounts of buying pressure, huge on the retail investor, big retail investor. I mean, it can be institutions in the medium as well, guys. But institutions really don't play the medium due to the fact that they like to play the large hundreds of thousands of shares. They like to buy at once instead of 10, 20,000. So we see the retail investor buying up the stock on this dip. Now, why did they do that on this Friday? Because it is said, guys, we've been hearing a lot about this IRNT. It's going to be a rally behind IRNT next week. Okay, it's going to be a retail rally, guys. I tend to not mess with those because I don't really like them, guys. They can go either way, okay? They can go either way. While all the retail investors are buying a stock that's pushing it up, that gives the institutions the go-ahead to drop out and run off with the gains, guys. Because if we look here, this free float is quite low. So we know people are holding this thing. We know people are holding this thing, guys. As you can see here, they hold 14 million right now. A huge change in ownership as far as institutions go. So we know a lot of retail investors are holding IronNet to their chest. For what reason? Honestly, I don't know, guys. I couldn't explain that to you if I really wanted to. But like I was saying, man, stocks like this are trades, not investments, guys. You are able to sell these things for gains. Until this stock actually finds its medium, we're going to see volatile days like this. Okay, this is something I will step away from for a while, guys. Even though we do see some buying pressure on it today, that doesn't give us the okay to start buying this thing, guys, because no fundamentals behind it, if you ask me. A lot of people, this was a short squeeze target. In case you guys don't know, the estimated borrow fee was up over 1,000% last week. Extremely high. So since it went down, I'm pretty sure that they have returned some of the shares today. Not too much. Okay. But not too many shares, guys. They're not trying to springboard that thing up too high. Now, the next stock we're going to talk about, Eric wants to talk about ENVB. ENVB. I'm trying to knock out these super chats for you guys because we have OPK next. And then my boy Ryan Max wants to talk about Hive. Ottawa, Orentino, no words, bro. Brian Wood said, "What you smoking, fam? What you talking about, Brian? Brain? I'm talking about what you smoking." And Brian, I ain't even smoking, bro. I just hear a cat. Heck no, boy. No cats over here. CG would not allow such thing. CG would be going here going nuts if it was a cat anywhere around. Going nuts, boy. But anyway, ENVB. My boy Eric wants to talk about ENVB. So here we go, Eric. Checking out what's going on here. As you can see here, $2.31 was today's high. Not too comparing it to that low though. I mean, looking here though, guys, seeing how it reacted to the opening share price and shooting all the way down $2.09 and gradually making its way to $2.31, guys. It's very spotty on trading, which tells us it's under volume compared to the average. Now, taking a look here at the analysis though, guys, this thing is trading along the support right now. Very, very scary. This thing can break through the support and see a downward spiral. That is something we do not want to see. We're starting to approach those type of levels anyway that we started at the run, guys. Now, if we come as low as $1.71, that is a Mayday situation, and I would have been jumped out before that. But looking here though, let's take a look here at the balance sheet, financials. I mean, it's a good balance sheet. We see total assets outweigh the total liabilities in the low debt with only 20% debt to asset ratio, guys. That is awesome. But looking at this income, the income is even good. The income is even now. I mean, it ain't the greatest income, of course, but looking here at the turnaround that they have made, guys. Q1 2021, guys, it was negative 3.25 million, and currently the income was only negative less than $1 million here, guys, with a total negative 908.29 thousand. Let's check out the rev. Oh my God, Webull isn't updating us on that. But looking here at the year over year, I mean, freaking Webull. The balance sheet is looking good. Let's check out that rev. They're not showing the operating income is getting better. I mean, the balance sheet is looking good. Now, as far as the balance sheet goes, that really just tells us the standpoint for the investing side. Now, a good balance sheet doesn't mean everything, guys. We see a high estimated borrow fee, 34.50% on a downward slope. So that lets us know that they are buying shares. They haven't returned their shares just yet. It's too high. Okay, as you can see here, they probably borrowed. Let me just check out this short interest really quickly. So 831, you see that they borrowed 8.23 thousand shares. And lately they have been returning it in a very fast fashion though. But looking here though, guys, this uptrend didn't build any support levels on its way up. Okay, roughly, I mean, we can't call that a support level. And we can't call this a support level due to the fact that this was mostly sideways trading. And seeing as this one opened at $3.92 on the 8th of this month, and we closed at $3.04, that isn't a support, a building of support, guys. So we're building support on our way down, though. That is crazy. We're building support levels on our way down. But my suggestion to anyone that is eyeing the stock, let this thing touch under $2 before you touch it. Pretty sure we're going to see like $1.90 here pretty soon. And then you jump on the stock, guys, because it's going to springboard itself up very, very fast. Now, the next stock we're going to talk about is for Raya. Why did I spell a name? I meant to put OPK. OPK for my people out in Canada. Guys, that is awesome. We have people all across the world tuning in. We got people from Canada. We got people from Europe. We got people from Australia. We got people from Beijing. We got people from all over the country, guys. All over. Not all over the country. All over the globe. Man, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But OPK, guys, as you can see here, OPK is what we call a flashy stock. Very, very flashy. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, but it's still somewhere in the same levels that it has been in quite some time. Very volatile days. This is what we call a trade and not an investment. You will have a very great opportunity to buy it and hop out. Now, the news we see here, let's check it out because sometimes Benzinga likes to be on bull with us. Okay, Pfizer and OPK announced today that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has extended the review period for the biologics license application, BLA, for a once weekly long-term acting human growth hormone for the treatment of growth hormone deficiency. All right, guys, OPK got some big things going on, man. Very, very big things. Now, if that goes their way, that growth hormone thing, that whole sector is huge. That is a billion-dollar sector, billion-dollar industry, guys. If they can get that to go their way, if they get that thing approved, this stock can easily go past the 52-week high just on that day alone. Now, this is what I'm telling you guys here. This is a trade. Do not hold that through the news. Don't expect to hold it the next day after that news is announced. If you buy this stock now, soon that news is announced, you're trying to sell that stock at the high. That's it, period, point blank, guys. Please do not hold on this thing to the next day because it's going to sell off. It's going to sell the news for sure. Just by looking at how it spikes up and give out like this, guys. Key indicator, that type of news is going to be sold off. And looking here at the free float compared to the shares outstanding, let's take a look here and see how many institutions, really quickly before we call that. They own 30%. So yes, guys, that news is being sold off. Institutions are going to lock some of that in. 51 million shares was borrowed on the 31st of this month by shorts. Taking a look here at the order flow distribution. As you can see here, we don't see any large scale movement whatsoever in the last 5 days. But we do see some buying pressure on that medium. And we do see some buying pressure on that small during the trading day. That doesn't mean we opened here at $8. So we opened red though. So by us opening red, guys, that was a key indicator that OPK did see some selling pressure during the pre-market. We saw some selling pressure during the pre-market, and that is why we don't see it accounted for. That's why we don't see it accounted for on this sheet, on this order flow distribution. But if it was accounted for, guys, that order flow distribution would be somewhere around 2 points. 2 solid points. Okay. Now, we're getting close to the last super chat, guys. So I will be able to call out some of these tickers that's already on the board, guys. So, Hive. My boy Ryan wants to talk about Hive, guys. H-I-V-E. H-I-V-E. Okay, looking here at Hive, as you can see here, guys, hitting a low on a green candle during the pre-market, $2.60. Strange. We see this thing in a downtrend during the pre-market. Well, right at the pre-market, this thing just saw a huge drop. Okay, we see these candles dropping it here. 6.7, 6.7, 2.37, another 2.78. So right away, this thing saw close to like 9% drop right in the pre-market, guys. Trading along the VWAP most of the day of the pre-market. Shot above it, hitting at $2.96, which was the day high. Seeing we challenged it here, bounced up, challenged it somewhat here, guys. I mean, we did go under it, but we closed above the we closed under the VWAP. Close to under the VWAP. I mean, it's Friday. People tend to sell off at the end of the day. Anyway, this is something expected. But, guys, if we take a look here at... We're going to cover AMC, boy Jay. We're most definitely going to cover AMC. You guys know what I do and how I do it. Yeah, we got something to say. I think you guys like when I talk about AMC. I think that's what it is. I know I talked a few people into selling AMC today, by the way. They hit me up like in the Discord and ask me, man, I'm down 72% on AMC. I'm down 72% on AMC. Do you think I should cut it loose now and try to scale up on some gains in other places? I'm like 72%, huh? When you're down 72%, it takes more than 72% to even get back. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you that graph here pretty soon. The whole analogy on that. But looking here, though, Hive, let me see this order flow distribution. Did we? No scales whatsoever, man, in the large scale. No movement whatsoever in the large scale. Okay. Yeah, man, we making money across the board. Ater, CEI, DATS, chat, Recore systems. What else can I? Cara still making some money on slowly but surely, but we know that thing gonna make some money. Man, I could go on, man. I can really go on. I just gotta check out my long-term portfolio. I could really tell you guys with every single play we are making money on. Okay, so looking here, we see those bounces, but large scale order though, guys, no movement whatsoever in the last 5 days. Now get this. If a large scale outflow tends to come in this stock, it's going to go down very quickly. But if a large scale inflow come in here, guys, it's going to create buying pressure beyond buying pressure so big the law don't even allow that type of buying pressure, guys. It's going to be that big. But looking there though, guys, shares versus free float isn't in our favor whatsoever. It's a lot of shares out there, so not a short squeeze target at all, guys. Do not even think of that. Look here at that short interest though. Not too much short interest. Not too much short interest compared to that free float. My boy SDC, y'all still talking that SDC stock. That SDC stock. What about NAC? Yeah, we're going to get to NAC, man. I mean, we killing NAC, Eric. We killing NAC so hard right now, bro. We killing NAC, man. My thoughts on NAC is still as it stands, man. It's really speculative buying going on with NAC. Looking here at Hive, though, guys, we do see this EPS. The estimated EPS here is not too shabby compared to the quarter before. But looking at when we hear that today, earnings, did we hear the earnings? Did the earnings come out yet, man? Okay, the earnings did come out. Wasn't too good. I mean, it wasn't nothing to rave about. But yeah, though, hearing those earnings, guys, HIVE, and looking here at the day chart, is going to be seeing a downtrend here pretty soon, guys. I think we will see levels around $2.75 tomorrow, Monday. Between $2.60 and $2.75 is my expectations for HIVE tomorrow. Now, let's take a look here at NAC, guys. Northern Dynasties did see a pullback on a Friday, an expected pullback on a Friday. Now, we're still in the green. This is something not to even worry about. I wouldn't even average down just yet, even if I bought at 62 cents yesterday. This isn't the time to be averaging down due to the fact that if it shoots right back up, you averaging down would have just wasted some buying power, guys. Buying to NAC today was smart, though. If you're not in the stock, buying it today was smart. Buying it on a red day. Anytime a stock is an investment, guys, you want to buy it on the red day. All right, you do not want to chase an investment because the way investments move can reverse on you pretty quickly and reverse and start going down in a downtrend, a slow but sure downtrend. That is something you do not want to catch yourself doing, is buying a investment on a green day, guys. Now we're gonna take a look here at SDC because I know you guys want to look at SDC real quick. I've been hearing a lot of talk about SDC. SDC is trying to recover from that $12.50 spike we saw here because it did drop down. But as you can see here, guys, this thing closed up under the VWAP. It was trading pretty good though. Started out at 11.30 and hit a high of $12.20. Back to this analysis. Let's check out the order flow distribution. Order flow distribution, we do not see that many. Way to keep it real, man. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, Vince. I really do appreciate that, Vince. One thing about this channel, guys, we keep it real, no shield, all right? I mean, even if I'm in the stock, I'm going to tell you guys 100. Don't buy the thing. It's looking ugly. You know what I'm saying? Because personally, I don't know why people think personally, if they tell people it's a good stock to buy in, that's going to bring in enough buying pressure to actually help them. No, guys, it doesn't work that way. We would need, bro, I would need at least, man, 50 million subscribers watching this thing right now to actually buy a stock that I'm suggesting to push up the price. Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys are my family, TTM family. Let's get it, man. I can't lie to y'all. Me lying to y'all is only going to hurt me, you know? So I don't know why a lot of these other YouTubers push certain stocks that doesn't even have any type of fundamentals behind it, because you're only going to lose your subscribers' trust, you know? So with that being said, guys, you came to the right place. You are in the right hands. We keep it real, no shield, you know? But yeah, thanks, Vince. MC, it's all good, MC. Long as you here. As long as you popped in, you know, guys, MC is part of the TTM family. Name in the Discord is MC. So anytime you see her in the Discord, show some love, guys. Show some love. My boy Ryan says, I bought it back last year for $1 and sold it for $6. Was thinking about hopping back in, but there's better plays out there. Always good to get another perspective. Yeah, it is, Ryan. Always, bro. Always. But let's get to this AMC talk, guys. You know how we do. Let's see what AMC did. Oh, I was about to say $10 freaking dollars. If AMC shot down to $10 right now, bro. Okay, looking here at AMC. Looking here at AMC, guys. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Not to hurt anyone's feelings or anything about AMC, but AMC lowest recent low besides before the rally, guys, was, let's see. And we're trying to find that $28 dip here. All right, we did see 28.91. So for instance, let's say, guys, you bought at that dip, right? 28.91 back on the 5th of August, right? Because people are saying you will make more money in AMC, blah, 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 than listening to me, correct? Well, guess what, guys? We have made, and if you would have bought it on this day and sold it on the recent high of $51, guys, we have made more money on Ater, CEI, Northern Dynasty, That's Chat. I can keep going, guys. Throw some other plays out there that we made money on, guys. Freak. Can't think of them all right now. But those plays that we called in the last 2 weeks, we have made more gains than anyone in AMC has made if they did buy in at their recent low and sold at their recent high. So, with that being said, guys, it's more money to be made in the stock market rather than AMC right now. It's cool to hold on to AMC as a souvenir. Just say you've been a part of something. But, far as putting my hopes in it, nah, guys. I'm not putting my hopes in no other person to hold the stock, guys. For the simple fact, it has no fundamentals behind it. In fact, guys, digital, not too many people is going to the movies. Only people that are really going to the movies like that, guys, is AMC shareholders. Okay, I mean, it's going to take more than a box of free, than a large free popcorn for me to buy AMC. I mean, I need to start. I wouldn't even buy it, guys. If this thing shot up to $80, then I would be like, okay, double up. That was 100% gain. This thing actually has to shoot up because I'm currently 47 cents on CEI. I'm currently up. I'm currently up over 300%. Way over 300% on CEI, right? So if I decided to buy AMC right now, AMC I have to hit over $120 for that to even match my CEI gains, guys. It's more money to be made in the stock market than AMC. But if you AMC shareholders want to actually push the stock, you have to have capital. And the best way to make fast capital, guys, is on these penny stocks. So you can flip your money and put it in AMC. If you're one-sided, AMC is just going to slowly die out. The capital is slowly losing. More FUD is being spoke on about AMC, guys. I'm starting to see so many steady talk about the selling of the fake shares. But no one has answered my question yet, guys. Have you guys found out who is going to pay for the shares if the hedge funds can't afford to pay for all the fake synthetic shares that they are selling? Because looking there at that free float, guys, is not telling me that the AMC shareholders are buying the shares and holding them. The free float will be much smaller. Someone is lying, guys. Someone is lying. Yep, my boy Ice Arc 88. Play the momentum. Are we playing the momentum on AMC? We play momentum on AMC. Is that what we playing the momentum on? K4. I watch it illegally. No movie theaters. Nutcase. He says he watched his movies illegally, not in theaters. Nuts. Apes are an army regardless of whether you like the stock or not. Plenty of money just sitting on the sidelines waiting for the right opportunity. Well, guess what? AMC apes. Marvin Capital is making money on the side. Why can't you guys do it? Marvin Capital is going to make his billions on the side so he can actually hold the AMC shares longer than you guys can. This guy is going to make billions every month, and the news is not going to report it to you. The news is not even going to tell you how much the guy is making, how much the company is making. They're just going to tell you what they're losing, so you will feel as though that you are winning something. In fact, guys, Marvin Capital has made more money this year than they lost. All right. And the AMC army, or apes, or said to be this and that, the war was already won. Guys, why don't you think $1.91 all the way to $77 wasn't good enough? That wasn't good enough. Now a lot of people are bag holding. That's why people celebrate a 2% gain in AMC. People are bag holding, guys. AMC is about to blow. You know how many times, bro, I've been hearing AMC is about to blow ever since that thing hit $77, bro. And it just retracted since then. You can't tell me that shit, bro. They was screaming that shit back in January. Excuse my language, guys. But back in January, when this puppy went to $77, they said the exact same shit. Don't sell AMC. It's finna go higher to $150, $300, something crazy like that. Now we're sitting at $40. And guess what they still saying? It is about to blow. Man, listen, you can lie to me once. Shame on me. Lie to me twice. Shame on you. But you lie to me 3 times. Man, we got a problem, man. We got a problem. I don't know how you guys wake up every morning. I'm not talking about any of my subscribers. They some savvy investors. But I don't know how certain people wake up every morning and listen to the same YouTuber that is saying something that's going to happen. They've been saying this is going to happen, 9 months ago? And it never did. You guys don't even listen to your parents. If your parents would have told you something like that, you wouldn't even believe it. If your parents would have told you, yeah, Johnny, I'm going to get you this car back in January, this and that, and we're all the way in September, and your parents didn't get you that car, would you still freaking believe your parents? But you will believe a random guy on YouTube. Or some freaking, I don't know, man. Listen, AMC is such a high profile, man. The SEC would have been stepped in. I mean, if I worked for the SEC personally, I would have stepped in, guys, just so I can get that bonus, where I can look like a global hero. You know what? This guy, bro, if anybody decides to take down these hedge funds and actually prove that they're doing some malarkey, they will be a globalized hero. In fact, if they worked for the SEC and brought that down, I'm pretty sure they would probably become the president of the SEC. That'll be more publicity. That publicity would be worth money alone. Guys, I just want you guys to understand, and I just want you guys to open your eyes up on the fact that we're making money in other places. I don't want you guys to get caught up in these short squeeze targets, because I see it all the time, guys. Everything became a short squeeze after that GME thing. If a stock shoot up 40%, people are screaming out the short squeeze. It is about to squeeze. It is about to squeeze, bro. The definition of a short squeeze is when the free float is so small, when the hedge funds are ready to return the shares, they can't. They have to actually go to investors and buy their shares. That is a short squeeze. They have to squeeze in and buy back shares from holders. That is a short squeeze. Even if, technically, if they return the shares right now, and they can go straight to the free float and buy the shares back from the free float, that isn't a short squeeze. Sorry, it's not. That's not a short squeeze. A short squeeze is what we saw Volkswagen initiate. All right, they had to actually buy back those shares. Okay, the hedge funds actually had to buy the shares from Volkswagen. That's why it shot up to 1,000 in a second, in a flash of a second. They had to actually go to Volkswagen. Volkswagen put that $1,000 price on their share. That was their asking price. So please, guys, don't think everything is a short squeeze, because it isn't. All right, believing that it's a short squeeze will have you buy that stock and diamond hand it. Now you're looking 40% down the line. Now it's gone. Okay, and one thing about, if you go down 10% today, 10% down the next day, 10% down the next day, guys, that's not 30%. That is more. You're down more than 30%, man. So when they say cut losses quickly, they wasn't lying, guys. On trades, you cut losses quickly on trades, not investments. Okay. Now, stocks that we consider trades are things of the sort like AMC, GME, BBIG. Stocks like that are trades because people are looking to just sell it on a specific date. Okay, those are trades. Now, investments are things like water. Why would we consider water a trade? Because not a trade, but an investment. Because if you look at what everything that they doing, they set it up for the long run. Another stock that is considered a investment, in my opinion, is any stock. Any stock is setting themselves up for some good movement. Let's see another stock, Ater. Ater just set itself up, just made a very good corporate action. Okay. Ater just made a very good corporate action by paying that debt with their shares, with their debt with company stock. Okay. I don't even know why people actually sold it off of that, guys. Like, people are weird, man. That was just a very good corporate action. Because now they're setting themselves up for a good run. They even set themselves balance sheets up for the future. And they set themselves up for phenomenal growth moving out. Phenomenal growth. It's not about money at this point. Heck no, it ain't. People just want to, like Warren Buffett told me, man, I ain't gonna say he personally told me. Like he said, man, it doesn't pay to be right, man. Even though that the hedge funds is doing some bull crap, guys, it doesn't pay to go against them. It really doesn't. Like, it doesn't pay to be right, guys. As you can see, most of these companies that was polluting the world was the ones that was thriving, you know? So it doesn't pay to be right. I mean, it is bad at some point, but being right don't pay the bills. For instance, I'm personally a Microsoft guy because I like Xbox and I hate Apple. But deep down inside, I know I'm going to make more money investing into Apple than Microsoft. Okay? It doesn't pay to be right. It doesn't pay to be biased. or anything of the sort, guys. That is trading off of emotions. So that's something we don't like to do. Do not trade off emotions, guys. If you trade off emotions, you know what? You'll be sitting like, you'll be down. You'll be down faster than you know. Now, guys, we're going to be cutting this short due to the fact that I got to get ready for this flight, guys. So with that being said, if I do have some time, I will drop that rundown video before I take off, guys. So with that being said, you guys have a good one. Moon Monday. Oh yeah, Moon Monday. CEI-ATER, guys. No, I ain't gonna say ATER. Moon Monday is for CEI. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna say a Moon Monday for CEI for the show. So meet me in the Discord in about an hour. Got any questions, guys? You can DM me directly. The link to our Discord is in the description below. So if you want to join us on this 1K to 100K journey in 15 trades or less, all you have to do is drop down in that description below and sign up for our free Discord. You guys have a good one. Wall Street Bet out.